When I moved into Maple Grove Estates, all I wanted was a quiet place to sleep between assignments. As a deputy U.S. Marshal, my job is intense, tracking fugitives, coordinating with local law enforcement, and being ready to move at a moment's notice. So when I bought a modest home with a two-car driveway and a corner lot, I thought I'd finally have a peaceful place to unwind. But then came the fines, and they started with a note taped to my windshield. Business vehicles are not allowed overnight in this neighborhood. This is your first warning. My business vehicle in question? A government-issued black SUV? No decals, no sirens, just a tough vehicle equipped for field operations. Sure, it had reinforced panels and radio equipment inside, but it wasn't exactly advertising law enforcement. It was parked in my own driveway, not obstructing traffic, not leaking oil, not causing any trouble. But to the Maple Grove HOA, it may as well have been a garbage truck. A week later, I received a formal fine in the mail. $250 for violating HOA Rule 7B, prohibition of commercial or business vehicles. I called the HOA number on the notice and was routed to Karen, the HOA president. You could practically hear the smugness in her voice. "I'm afraid the rules are very clear," she said. "This neighborhood doesn't permit business-related vehicles to be parked overnight. It ruins the aesthetic and disturbs the sense of community." I calmly explained, "Ma'am, I'm a deputy U.S. Marshal. That vehicle is government property and part of my job. It needs to be accessible to me at all times. This isn't a landscaping truck." Karen didn't budge. "The rules don't mention federal vehicles, sir. Only that business vehicles of any kind are prohibited. If it's associated with work, it doesn't belong here." I had to laugh. She genuinely thought she had more authority over federal operations than the U.S. Marshal Service. That's when I decided to educate her, officially. I contacted our legal counsel and the HOA's management company and forwarded documentation proving the SUV's government classification and necessity. I included Department of Justice memos regarding field vehicles, Homeland Security guidelines, and a polite but firm statement: interference with the duties or assets of a federal law enforcement officer may result in federal review under obstruction statutes. Suddenly, things changed. Karen scheduled an urgent board meeting to reconsider interpretations of Rule 7B. I attended, in uniform. Let's just say it got quiet very fast. Karen tried to save face. "We just want to maintain order. If everyone brought work vehicles home—" I interrupted gently. "With respect, I'm not a plumber or a salesman. I respond to federal warrants, escort high-risk detainees, and work directly with law enforcement agencies across the country. That vehicle keeps your neighborhood safe, whether you realize it or not." Another board member cleared his throat. "Captain, or Marshal, I think we can all agree that your situation warrants an exemption." Not long after, a revised policy was quietly added to the HOA handbook. Government and emergency vehicles operated by law enforcement personnel are exempt from business vehicle restrictions. No apology, no refund of the fine, but the fine stopped and the letters stopped, and Karen now crosses the street whenever I'm out walking my dog. The SUV still sits in my driveway ready for duty. And Karen, she's focused her energy on enforcing lawn gnome regulations. We all fight our battles, but mine, I make sure they know some rules don't outrank federal law.